Blizzard has done it. I don't know what's been going on with Blizzard Entertainment other than, the recent acquisition by Microsoft, but something crazy's been going on. It's like they've been listening to us, but not listening to us. They've given us Plunderstorm. They gave us Classic WoW. They gave us Season of Discovery. They're continuing on with the Classic WoW storylines, but now they just told us that we're going to get to go back to Mists of Pandaria, but essentially reloaded. What we have here is we have an official Blizzard post that's talking about WoW Remix. It's called WoW Remix Mists of Pandaria. So what it is essentially you're going to start at level 10. You're going to level up to 70. All Mists of Pandaria, however you want to say it. I always end up saying Pandaria. So here's what they're saying. Accelerated leveling and content allowing you to take on nearly every quest, scenario, dungeon, and raid. Okay, general. Create a new WoW Remix character starting at level 10, so essentially like an allied race, to adventure through the event up to level 70. A mountain of loot. Get powerful items from everywhere. Quests, chests, creatures, bosses. Wonder what bosses they're talking about. Customizable items allowing you to power up as far as you can go to take on tougher content. Convert unwanted items into bronze, which can be used to upgrade items or purchase cosmetics. Keep what you collect. This is where it's important. Take your collection of transmogs with you into the war within. Boom. That's a big deal, and I'll tell you why. There are a lot of cosmetics during this time period that aren't available to us players, namely being the challenge mode gear sets. The Pandaria challenge mode gear sets are some of the most desired. I, luckily, have one. Did all the golds back when I had my Warlock, but I didn't ever get the Warrior one. I never got the Paladin one. I never did any of it, just on my Warlock. So if they're opening up Mists of Pandaria again to us, does that also include the cosmetics? They haven't said yet. But there has been a post, see if we can find it, right here, from Wowhead. They posted on Twitter, now X. In the 2024 roadmap, time-running Pandemonium was teased as part of 10.2.7 content. But what exactly is time running? Could it mean the return of challenge modes? And, WoW executive producer Holly Longdale said, could it be even better than that? I don't want to ride the hype train with Blizzard because they previously have done a great job of destroying that train for us, but I'm pretty hype at this right now. You don't even need to purchase the expansion to play the game. You just need a subscription. That's it. If you have a subscription, you're playing the game. It's that easy. You get to do the Pandemonium event when it comes out. It's really interesting. They've reworked the zones. So here's the leveling zone ranges. So you'll be able to do everything in these areas. So level range 10 through 70, Jade Forest. So you get the scenarios right here. You get a whole slew of dungeons. You even get to go to Scarlet Halls, Monastery, and Skolomance. Cool. 20 through 70, Valley of the Four Winds. Here you go. Storm's Out Brewery. 25 through 70, Kunlai. Boom. 30 through 70, Townlong. 35 through 70, Dreadwaste. Raid. That's interesting. Look at that. These raids are automatically available up front. So I'm wondering if they're just going to make us do Siege of Rogrimmar. Like, that's the big one. I don't expect this event to last too long because it looks like we're getting everything at once, which is cool. So, Dreadwaste, Heart of Fear, Veil of Eternal Blossom, boom. Isle of Thunder, get Throne of Thunder, which is one of my favorite raids. That end boss is insane. 60 through 70, Siege of Orgrimmar, and 70 heroic raids. So you'll get to create your new character. Starts at level 10. It'll only be available for you to play in the WoW Remix until the event's done. And it looks as though as soon as it's done, you can move that character over, and then you can just keep it. You'll have it within your same server, but it'll be in the WoW Remix server. Not WoW Remix portion of your server until WoW Remix is done for. This is where I'm really... oh my god. I love it. In WoW Remix, players have the opportunity to collect a variety of items from just about anywhere. Quests, chests, creatures, bosses, and more. New customizable items will be yours for the taking, and each item slot has their own unique identity with spell gem sockets. These sockets come with exciting turbocharged new effects similar to trinkets. Each time you loot new items, you'll have the chance for powerful new upgrades, allowing you to push the limits further and faster than ever before with uncapped progression. As you progress, you'll gradually become more and more powerful as items also grant increased permanent stats. And they've given us a few here. Summon a Storm, This is an equip effect. Summon a storm. Call down 5 bolts of lightning every 1 second. Each bolt inflicts 25,885 nature damage to an enemy within 30 yards. During the storm, 3 flowers grow around the caster. After 5 seconds, the flowers bloom, restoring 388,000 health and granting 1,700 haste to allies for 10 seconds. That meta socket screams tanky tank. That's nice to have. Next one. Transform into a thundering orb, inflicting nature damage to enemies within 30 yards over 4 seconds. While you are a thundering orb, damage taken is reduced by 50, movement speed reduced by 70. That's a fat tank one as well. I mean, actually, this previous one for haste, you could also use it for your... I'm going to go back. It's more casterish, but that's really great. Coalescence, an orb of pure void that increases critical strike damage. Come on. Taken by enemies within 50 yards by 50% for 10 seconds. After 4 seconds, the orb explodes, inflicting shadow damage. You got our Tinker Gems. These are unique. Every 3 seconds, build up a charge of Hailstorm, reaching 10 stacks, and unleash hail on enemies within 50 yards. Each impact inflicts frost damage, applies numbing cold, movement speed reduction. These are just, there's just so much that they're adding for us. And I'm excited. Then we got Cogwheel. We can end up having Blink. Could you imagine a warrior with Blink? Teleports you forward 10 yards or until you reach an obstacle and frees you from all stuns and bonds. That'd be sick. Cloak of Infinite Potential. Also be able to earn an artifact cloak that gains permanent power increases as we play. One of the mechanics we're all fairly well versed in. Power you earn on your strongest character shared with alternate characters created for the event to make leveling even faster. That is great. One of the pitfalls of World of Warcraft has always been this. When they give us these type of items that we have to charge up, our other characters will fall behind. Because we all have mains. That's how this has always worked. But by this, I can progress as far as I want. And if I get tired of that character and I want to break, I can start my new one. And I start where I've left off. I'm getting that power from the get-go. I'm not having to grind my way back up. And that's always been one of the hard parts of WoW. Actually, frustrating more than hard. Because we know what to do. It's just annoying to do it all over again. So this is a very good move by them. And look at these mounts. I mean, we're looking at a reskinned we're looking at reskinned challenge mode mount, the Phoenixes. I have all the Phoenixes. It comes a part of doing challenge mode golds. But this one, I obviously don't have. It's a different skin. There's the violet, crimson, the green. Don't have this. This looks awesome. I'm very excited to see what this will be. Apparently, these are going to be from, like, feats of strength, probably. And you have this one, which looks like, essentially, Algalon, one of those. It's going to be that type of creature. It's going to be really annoying to get. I'm excited. I know that this is going to be one of our most desired. Here we go. Welcome to a new Bronze Age. This is the new stuff to figure out. There's no such thing as bad drop, and any drop you can get can be converted into new currency. Bronze. You'll be able to use this currency to purchase upgrades and World of Warcraft account-bound cosmetics. We're all about cosmetics. We like to make our characters look good. We'll head to the bazaar. I'm Persian. Of course, I'm going to go to the bloody bazaar. I'm going to go make my trades, and I'm going to make some negotiations. This allows players to purchase items that are previously unable to obtain or difficult to obtain as random drops by simply spending this new currency. This is what I'm thinking, okay? Hear me out. With the new bronze, maybe this will be the way you can get reskinned challenge mode gear. Maybe there'll be a slightly different hue because they might still want to keep it to where us original players that earned it will keep the skin that we have, the colorations, but the items and how they look might be slightly different to allow new players, returning players, to get their chance at it. And that's where I think this will come in. And this is what's important right here. This is what's going to make the game fun. Players won't be able to use the auction house in World of Warcraft Remix, Mists of Pandaria. It sounds like we're going to be trading with one another. We're going to be having to learn the hard way how to get along with one another, how to make deals, which, you know, Persians, best negotiators. This is how we do. Continue the story in Dragonflight as the Dark Heart content ushers in the final chapter expansion set stage for War Within. That's what Blizzard told us. That's what we know so far. And so we have a couple of the things that we know. This was, is Siege of Ogor in the next Time Walking raid? Removed items returning, Garrosh heirlooms. So, here we go. We got the Revelation of Usarge. Got Heroic, Mythic, blah, blah, blah. it seems to have changed. It's very interesting because the items changed in overall strengths. There's just so many items that have been updated for this. So I mean, they're getting ready to unleash what is going to be a nice little content buffer for us. And what I mean by content buffer is we're waiting for the new expansion to hit. They need something to keep us enthralled. One of the worst things that's happened in Shadowlands, Battle for Azeroth, we get content droughts. And this is what's going to prevent us from a content drought here, and I'm very excited for that. It's going to be the best way for us to burn some time and have fun, because it's not having fun in like classic WoW where we can have fun, those characters stay there, and then something happens in retail and we jump back. No, what we do in this time walking event for Pandaria, when it's said and done, those characters come to our main account, bringing with them all of those transmogs that we've unlocked. That is exciting, that is fun, that is fresh. It is worth it. I think that we're all going to have a very good time. And here we have some challenge mode things where they believe that challenge modes are coming back from Wowhead. Here are some of the original sets. You have your Death Knight, Druid, all this. You got the Warlock set, which IMO, it's my favorite. It looks the best. Warriors looks pretty rough. Death Knights had a really good tier. Paladins, you look like a Power Ranger, but that's fine. But I'm hoping that these come back for our sakes. They will look great. I mean, Blizzard previously returned some of the old sets from Tier 3. I'm just really excited. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Have you guys looked into this? What are you guys thinking? Let me know in the comments. I'm excited. I think that this will be a really good way for us to spend our time while we wait for the new expansion. And with that, hope to see you guys around. I stream Monday through Friday. You might catch a couple weekends here or there. I'm happy to hang out with you guys. I always want to talk about WoW. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my passions. Till then, catch you in the next one, and I appreciate your time.